In this video, we are going to see how to get WhatsApp messages when a new Stripe customer is added. So every time a new customer is added in your Stripe account, which is a payment gateway, now you want to send admin a message on WhatsApp telling him about the details of the customer. So how can that be done? For this, you will have to integrate the two applications. Here we are using Interact to send WhatsApp messages, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. So here your trigger application will be Stripe and your action application will be Interact. Now how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here you can see we have reached a landing page. Now on the right hand side, you have two options. Either you can sign in if you are an existing user, or you can sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes. Now since I'm an existing user here, I'm simply going to click on sign in. And as I do that, we have reached all applications page. These are the various products of Pabbly. And here we are going to click on access now for Pabbly Connect, as we are doing this integration using Pabbly Connect software. Now we have reached the dashboard. On the right hand side, you can see a tab create workflow. Let's click on this, and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here my objective is every time a customer in Stripe is created, then automatically a notification through WhatsApp should be sent to my admin. So I'm going to name it as get WhatsApp message when a new Stripe customer is added. Let's click on create. And as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically action here is the response of your trigger application. So as per this integration, my trigger application here would be Stripe. Let's click on this. Now what is the trigger event? So the trigger event is the event that is going to make this workflow run, and here it would be new customer. So here we have received a webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect with Stripe, so that Pabbly Connect can collect all the information. Now I'm going to copy this, and now we have to set up this integration. How do I do that? So let me take you to Stripe. So this is my Stripe homepage, and here I'm going to go to developers. Now within developers we have webhooks. Let's click on this. On the right hand side you can see add endpoint. Let's click on this, and here we have to enter the URL that we have just copied. So I'm going to copy this once again and paste this over here. Then comes the description. So let's say it is a demo description, and then I have written listen to events on my account, and then we have to select the version which is latest API version. Then we have to select the event. So here I'm going to go to customer, and here I'm going to select customer created. Let's click on add events, add endpoint. So as soon as I do that, here we can see that our webhook is all set. So once this is set, I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And what is it saying here? It is asking me to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response, which basically means that it is asking me to create a dummy customer. So I'm going to take you back to Stripe, and here I'm going to take you to customers. Now here you can see the tab create customer. So let's click on this. Now let's say the name of the customer is Smart User 1. Then the email address here is smartuser1@pabblytudes.com. And then we have the description. So let's say it is a new customer. Okay, I have just given a random description. Now comes the billing information, and now I'm going to choose the country. So it is India, and then here we have to enter the address. So entered. Now here we have to enter the shipping details. So this is going to be same as billing details. Now comes the time zone. So the time zone will be Asia, Kolkata. Now comes the language. It is going to be English, UK. And then the currency. So it is INR. So I'm going to select this. Now here I'm going to leave this thing and just click on add customer, save. So as soon as I do that, here we can see that our customer has been created, Smart User 1. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, you can see that we have received the API response. What is the type here? Customer created. Then this here is the request ID. Then as I take you down, this here is the event ID. Then we have the mobile number, the name of the person. This here is the address. And then as I take you down, this here is the customer ID and we have the email address. And then finally here we have the date of creation. So this is the created time. Now once I have received this information, I want to get a message on WhatsApp. So basically the admin should receive a message on WhatsApp about the new customer created on Stripe with all the details. So I'm going to choose my action application here as Interact. Let's click on this. And the action event here would be to send WhatsApp template message. Let's click on connect. And here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Interact account. So I'm going to click on add new connection. Now to set up this connection, we need the secret key. And how do we get that? So first you have to log into your Interact account. Then this here is the hyperlink. Let's click on this. And here is the secret key. So I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here. Let's click on save to set up this connection. Now once this is done, here we have to fill in the information, the country code, phone number, full phone number. So now here if you are mapping the information, mapping basically means that I already have this information in the previous step and I'm just going to retrieve it. In the coming steps, I'm going to show you what actually is mapping and how you do it. So if you're mapping the information, which means that if you're taking the information from the previous step, so there are two conditions. So either you will receive the phone number with the country code or without the country code. So if you are receiving it with the country code, you can directly map it here. If you are receiving it without the country code, so first mention the country code here and then enter the number here. Now since I'm sending this to an admin, so here I'm going to write the data manually. So let's say the number is +919. So let's say this here is the number. Now comes the template code. So these are various WhatsApp templates already created and let me show you the same. So as I click on this hyperlink, so here we have reached the templates page and here I'm going to take you to active. So these are all the active templates that we have created. Now here I have created a specific template. The name is new customer alert. So here you can see whenever you are creating a new template, so first you have to name it and then you have to select the category and then you have to select the language. Now if you wish to add a brochure or if you want to add a news or an image, you can always do that. Here I have selected none. Now comes the body part. So here let's check out the message that I have written. Hello, a new customer is created in Stripe. Details are, then we have all the details. But what are these numbers written within double curly braces? So these numbers written within double curly braces are known as variables, as they can be changed with every specific WhatsApp message and you don't have to do it manually. Now comes the footer and the button. So I have just left this blank. If you want, you can also add the information over there. And this here is your template code. So I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect and here I have pasted the template code. Then comes the language code. So the language is English. So I'm writing EN. It is very well mentioned here that for code for English is EN. And if you are using English US, it is EN_US. Now comes the header value, but I have not selected any header, so I'm just going to leave this blank. And the body variables. So now I'm going to map the information. How? As I click on this, you can see the previous step, and here as I take you up, then here we have the name. So the first thing that we have to map here is the name. So after the name thing, we have email address. So again, I'm going to go to step 1 and I'm going to provide the email address. Then we have the contact number. So again, for this, the contact number is this. So then we wish to enter the date of joining. But here if I'll take you up, so you can see that the date of joining is in milliseconds format. So I want a different format, the basic format which would be understood by everyone. So I'm going to format the date. How? For this, I'm going to choose another action application, which is a date time formatter. So this is a feature by Pabbly and the action event here would be to format date only. Let's click on connect. So as we do that, here we can see that it is connected and now we have to fill in the information. So first of all, the date that is to be formatted. So here is the date to be formatted. Now comes the from format. So here the from format will be this timestamp. Now the to format here would be simple one, which is date, month and year. Let's click on save and sentence test request. And here you can see that I have received the date in a basic format. Now I'm going to refresh this connection quickly, and as I take you down, here we have to enter the date. So I'm going to go to step 2, and this here is the date, and the last thing that we have to add is the customer ID, and this here is the customer ID. Now once I have entered the information, here it is asking me for the position of CTA button and the value of variable in dynamic URL. But since we had not selected any, so I'm just going to let it stay blank and click on save and send test request. And as I do that, you can see that I have received the API response, according to which a message must be sent to my WhatsApp. So let me check the same. And yes, here you can see that we have received a message. Hello, a new customer is created in Stripe and these are the details. So this basically means that our integration is a success, but we also need to check the same in real time. So I'm going to take you back to Stripe, add another customer. Let's say this time the name of the person is new name. And then we have the account email, which is new name at pabblytudes.com. And then we have the description, so I'm just going to leave it blank. And as I take you down, first of all, the billing details. So here it would be India. Let's click on this. And then we have the address. So this here is the address. And now here we have the shipping details. So this is going to be same as billing details. Next is time zone. So I'm going to write Kolkata, Asia. Then we have the language, which is English. Here it is, English, United Kingdom. And then the currency. So what is going to be the currency? Of course, INR. Okay, so once I have added this information, I'm just going to click on add customer. So the moment this customer has been added, what should happen? So automatically I should receive a message on WhatsApp, and now I'm going to show you the same. And yes, here we can see that we have received the WhatsApp message. So this basically means that our integration is a complete success. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done. So our trigger application is Stripe, where the event is new customer. Then we had chosen an action application, which is a feature by Pabbly datetime formatter to format the date. And finally, our action application was interact, where the event was to send WhatsApp template message. I hope you are absolutely clear with this. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.